Happy 2026.
New year, same scoops, same beautiful faces, listening and watching.
Exactly. Nothing has changed. We're just in a new era.
New era.
I do love the idea of like the new year where you really feel like you get a fresh start.
Like new year, new
like
year.
the possibilities are endless, and you're like, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I could take on a new hobby. I could do it's something about like it's the ultimate reset.
You do feel like I could recreate myself in
everything.
whatever capacity.
And I know everyone's like
That lasts for
you
like
can
a
choose you can choose to start fresh today. You can start at 3:23 p.m. But I'm like, yeah, but like Jan 1 feels
know.
like it is like the apex of restart. So
we've been saying Jan Juan, and it makes you think of someone named Jan Juan, like
Jan Juan.
Jan.
Like
Jan
I mean,
Juan.
there are some people in your lives who have like a first name last name combo that
Yeah.
I mean, you're like we had a kid in high school. His name was Chris Shannon. Shout out Chris if you're out there. But we always be like Chris Shannon. Like it was just you couldn't just say Chris. You're like, who's Chris? Chris Shannon.
Same
Chris
thing.
Shannon.
Jan Juan.
Jan Juan.
When you see Jan Juan walking down the street,
Same
you
with,
know she's
same
a cool
with
girl.
Sarah Leah. Leah Sarah.
It's always Sarah Leah. Sarah Leah.
Yeah, you're right.
Not Leah and Sarah.
Why am I always second?
Because you're second born.
Yeah, those 4 minutes really screwed me over, didn't they?
Oh, but it's so exciting to be back for another year because our big goal for last year was to start
a
a podcast. And we talked about it. We were actually going to kick it off like holiday season last year. And then, the holiday season just gets so busy where you're like, I have so much time. And suddenly it's like November 1st.
Like,
you're
we can do that. We can do that. No.
I'm booked every
No, I
weekend
can't.
until the new year. And you're like, oh, okay.
So this year, though, our goal is obviously continue with the podcast, but we're really trying to get into YouTube.
YouTube, yes. Which, if you're a podcast viewer, you're already viewing us on YouTube, which is great. This is putting the podcast on YouTube has definitely. I'm like, I can do it. We can do an hour-long video.
We can do like New York vlog. We can do
Fashion,
some try-on stuff. Petite girl. Like really give you the deets of like certain fits of things. So
yeah,
we're excited.
We are. New era. Oh my gosh, I have like fuzz.
Is it your sweater?
No, my sweater's not even fuzzy, but there's just like, maybe it's the blanket because I was all curled up. I was like, let's do the podcast. And I was like laying here.
That's me. Like every time I'm in my house, I'm like, what is this? What's in my eye? It's like a cat hair. I'm like, how
What
did
is this fuzz?
How did you get here? Like it's just floating in the atmosphere. She's like, in the skies. They're raining down the cat hairs.
The cat, yeah, I believe it. But it's kicking off the new year is exciting, but it's also like, it's tiring because you're like coming out of the holiday coma and like the decorations are going and you're just like, okay, it's the new year. Like, let's clean. It's back
parse
to
this
work.
down.
And it's like, okay, wow. Like
Honestly,
back.
every year I feel ready for it.
I
Like
do too.
after the holidays, I
too.
was like, no, I really don't want any more cookies. I sometimes miss the the lights and stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I'm ready for my house to be like clean slate.
Yeah.
I'm ready to start some new goals.
the clutter is gone.
Yeah, I always feel like ready for it every year.
Start thinking of the holiday vacations.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, not holiday, but like warm weather vacations. Like,
yeah,
you're like, where are we going to escape the cold? That's where my
exactly. So it's like a new chapter, and I kind of like love that.
And it's also like, I don't know. Maybe this is like starting to get into twins and outs, but I'm always like, I want lighter colors come the new year, like
Pastels.
like burgundy
Give me some
done,
pastels.
like forest green done. I say that, but like just for the first couple weeks, you're like, I need something brighter and lighter.
Yeah. It's just like a nice reset.
Just a reset.
So
Just
I'm
a
a
reset.
fan.
Well, I have like a fuzz. The fuzz is like attacking my face. If you hear me sneeze, you know why.
That's what's happening.
Would you want to start with twins and outs?
Sure. Okay.
Go for it.
I was trying to think. This happens every time where I'm like, oh, I know what my end will be this week. Like I'm thinking about it during the week, and then I'm like, no,
I can share my in if you're
no, I
not
don't.
ready.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
It's escaped me.
Oh my gosh, this is just the funny part of like being in New York, but like I don't know what's going out in the hallway. It sounds like someone is crinkling like the biggest candy wrapper.
Or like a big thing of aluminum. It's just
I'm like, what is happening out there? It's kind of like nice brown noise, but it's gonna make me want to sleep. If you can hear it in the background, maybe
why
not, but
don't the sound apps? Why don't they have like crinkling paper?
yeah, or like opening a candy bar or something, like just a little twist.
Yeah,
some
that would be
people
nice.
that might destroy
That'd
some
be
people, but I think
overstimulating.
I would enjoy it. Okay, my in is simple, but being back in New York, like it's nice to travel, see family, go back to the Midwest, but then it always feels so good to like be back in your bed, be back and just like in your environment where you're like, you just be in your own space, you know, and then just being back in the city where you just walk out the door and there's places to
middle of
go, people to see, you know, it's like, back on the streets.
Yeah, I feel that.
So that's simple in, but it's always nice to be back because this is the first year that we weren't back for New Year's Eve to kind of like ring in the new year in New York since we moved, since we were still traveling. And so, you know, you kind of have like the New Year reset after New Year's because when you're traveling, it's like, okay, now I'm back home and now I can reset. So
Yeah.
it feels good to be back. Oh, feels good to be back.
Feels good to be here too. In my second home.
Basically your home.
Okay. So my in is going to be, I don't think I told you this, but this week my friend from Yale, when I was there as a student, is coming to stay with me.
Staying with you.
Yeah. So she's doing
Aw.
like an audition and then has a couple, she's from Canada. And so she's like in New York, would have to go home for like 2 days and then come back. So she asked if she could stay with me. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have anything going on. So she's going to stay in Connecticut with me.
Oh, that's fun.
We're actually going to take the train home tonight and head out together. But so I'm going to like take her to, we'll get to like revisit. I don't think she hasn't been back in New Haven. I don't think in 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Or something. So we're gonna do like go hit up all of our favorite spots, check out some of the
Love
new
it.
spots since she's been there. I'm gonna take her to like my Pilates classes
getting
and
a
stuff like
pizza?
that. Yeah. A pizza.
It's a New Haven thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a girls like next couple days. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. It's
Oh,
gonna be
that
fun.
sounds great.
And like fun to sort of end the holidays, but then have something to look forward to. Like I've been excited about this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we actually,
Aw.
I feel like this year, one of my goals is to like, I feel like I have so many friends, but so many that I'm like, oh, they're my friend, you know? And then it's
Yeah.
like, but I really want to like nurture,
Foster the
friendships, like kind of be, let's say proactive.
Yeah, I like that.
About like hanging out and stuff like
like
that. So
that.
I think this is like a good way to start that.
That's good.
That I'm like, I feel like when you're in your 30s, it's not about like quantity, but it's about quality. And so
Yeah.
I really want to like invest in the quality
I love
of some of
that.
my friendship. So yeah, that's my in, hanging out with girls and like letting that hopefully domino effect into more like good friendship, like dive-ins this year.
Aw, I love that.
Yay.
Oh, well, along with outs, I know
What do
you,
we hate in
you
2026?
no, you kind of mentioned this, but my out is like sugar. I have eaten nothing but sugar for
I'm thinking, yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to do like a week with no sugar.
that would probably be really good. If you can make it like 3 days,
You can make it forever.
but it's those first couple days you're like raiding the pantry, you're like, where's a chocolate
You're
chip?
like, I could just have a single chocolate chip.
Do
and
I
then
have
it's
like,
like,
you're like, where's that jar of honey? Like, I mean, literally you get to that point. But I've just I have fully indulged this year, like every cookie that I wanted to eat, every chocolate, every whatever, because it's like it's the holiday season.
yeah, you're like, I probably won't have this again for another year.
Yeah, and so it's just like, you know, I want to try the seasonal drink that's got the whatever syrup, and I just
But that's a good sign that like you like did it.
Yeah.
And you felt like, oh, I'm treating myself again and again and again. And then you're like, yeah, I want a little like cleansey time.
yeah, and
Just like cleanse the
I don't
palate.
even know if it's like a cleanse, but just like I did like the holidays. I didn't like
We need another flavor profile. Give us a
Yeah,
little.
maybe that's what
give
it
us a little
is.
like umami.
maybe
give us a
that's
little
what
spicy.
it is. Because in the fall, I feel like I lean more into like, yeah, like pumpkin spice and chai and stuff. But
Like apple and-
there's some like pumpkin and like squash, which is a little bit more like savory side of things. And like, but then come holidays, it's like everybody's bringing treats. You got
Go,
people
go,
over. You're
go.
baking cookies.
Yeah.
You're drinking the hot cocoa, and so it's just like, I feel like usually I can listen to my like what I want, like my food cravings inside, where it's like I need to like swing it the other way. Like I need
Intentional eating.
savory. Like I just want a hunk of like feta cheese. Like just
You're like, I need salty, savory.
Yeah. So yeah,
So out is sugar for like a week
like sweets. I'm just
or
not.
for a couple of days, and you're like, okay, I've had a little break.
I'm just like I've eaten every single cookie that I could possibly want. And so I'm just like,
You've been satiated.
I have been satiated. There you go. Yeah. So bring on I just need it the other way. I need some like sour cream onion chips or like a hunk of cheese. Like I'm just craving the salty.
Now that you said feta cheese, I'm like, feta cheese.
And you're like,
Yum, 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 yum. I could literally put feta cheese on anything and it would elevate
saying
it.
feta is making me like my mouth go.
Don't let's not start talking about buffalo wings.
Oh my God, stop. No, do not. Oh my gosh, my mouth literally.
That's the one thing that gets Sarah.
When Leah says
every
buffalo,
single time.
I can like feel my mouth like
Every
ready
time
to eat
Sarah's
buffalo.
PMSing, she goes, I could just go for just like some buffalo wings. And she's just like, oh my God, I need to stop. I need to stop talking about it.
It is that time.
Oh, it is that time?
Yeah,
well,
so that's probably why I'm leaning savory and wanting buffalo. I'm like, oh.
That's why. All right,
Okay,
well, if we need to make a
before I
pit
start
stop.
slurping over here.
People are like, what's that sound effect? It's like they're like drooling.
It's just my drool.
Okay, my out, and this is going to be hard. It's going to be hard. My out is bad posture. I am convinced. I mean, it's hard also when you're sitting on a couch, right? You don't have any back, but my goal, like one of my over the course of the year goals is to really, not that I think I have awful posture, but just be much more aware
Like the
of
slumpy
what I'm
over-
doing. For a while I was going to a chiropractor because I was having just some like really bad like shoulder pain and stuff like that. And he was always like, the best thing you can do for yourself is just hold your phone. So he would be like, let's see, when are you free next? And he'd like pull up his phone and it was never, there was never any down. It was just like, yes, I'm also free on Thursday. And he'd be holding his phone like straight up.
Wow.
So
I'm trying to sit really nice and proper.
my
now.
goal and any sort of like, chiropractor, like speech therapy or physical therapy, it's all about like the first step is awareness.
It's true.
It's always
true.
because it's not like,
What are you currently doing that could potentially need to be
right. And
adjusted?
it's not like, and I loved this, that like one of my doctors was like, oh, it's not, like, I want you to just notice it. Mm-hmm. You're not going to scold yourself. You're not going to have to fix it. Just the first step is noticing. And she's like, so this week, your goal is to just, I went because I was like, oh, my voice is feeling really tired. Like, do you have any tips on like how to keep it feeling fresher? And he'd be like, if you notice you're really like kind of talking like this and stuff like that, like in the back of your throat, he's like, just notice it and remind yourself that you have the ability to use your air a little bit more. And I was like, okay, because sometimes I'll teach for like 5 hours and at the end I'm like, yeah, it's a great job. My voice is really tired. And so I'm like, okay, first step is just awareness. Like, on the train, I was like on my phone. I'm like, oh, okay. So
no, that's a good reminder because my hip, I usually kind of sit like crunch over and my hip gets all like tight.
Yeah.
And so
and I feel like from looking at a couple posture videos, I am like on posture talk now, where it's like there's all these people that they're like, okay, do the W's, do the like windshield
That
wipers.
feels really good.
It feels so good. So I'm convinced if I can just do like 5 minutes or something of like stretching.
Well, I'm feeling really good right now. You're reminding me to sit up myself.
And like just focusing on my posture and maybe doing just a little bit of like rotation,
opening up
stretches. I don't want that hump. We spend a lot of time on our phones.
Yeah.
So that is one of my overall like 2026 goals is just like posture awareness and like really, cause we did ballet for a long time too, of just like that opening.
Lift.
I'm like, I was used to it. I can get back to it. Maybe I'm thinking of possibly buying one of those like posture bras.
Posture bras?
Have you seen them?
I
think you can get them on Amazon. I haven't gone down like that rabbit hole yet enough to like give you a firm example, but it's sort of like a backwards corset. So it's like a sports bra, but then it has like a thing in the back where you kind of like pull it so it cinches your shoulder blades just a little closer together. So if you're sitting, you can't really like
you can't slump over.
So I'm not sure, but that might be my in next week.
That's kind of cool.
I might be like I invested in, especially if you're just sitting at home.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I put my, you put a face mask on, I'm going to put my posture bra on. So I will report back, but that's
interesting. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Yeah. Because I think it would like eliminate headaches and neck pain and all this good stuff. So
what's funny? Sometimes
let's go.
I've done this a couple times just out of laziness.
Now we're both like,
I know,
very aware of our posture. We're like, I always sit like this. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's like the old people you see walking down the streets with their hand clasped behind their back because they were
so cute.
taught to do that when they were like dead. That makes me cry every single time. When I see an old man walking down the street, especially in Europe, it's like they clasp their hands behind their back because they're on their walk. And I'm like, so cute. So cute. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you, but
no, I was just going to say that a couple of times, since I do a lot of like the video editing on the back end, I'll be editing, but I'll put my phone in the tripod And so then it's like at eye level, and I don't even have to like use my hand muscles because sometimes my hands get tired from holding my phone. And just having it in the tripod and like editing it from there, if I'm like standing, if I get tired of sitting, helps because then it's at eye level.
That's smart. That's really smart. Yeah, I think I was reading some article. Didn't retain a ton of it, but it was like oftentimes like your level of tiredness or like head, neck pain and stuff is like oftentimes based off your optical nerve.
Yeah.
So it's like because if you're looking down all the time, it's like it needs to kind of stretch and not be just like stuck in one position. So I think having it at eye level, it like reduces a lot of other issues. So I'm really interested to see if I can one, just maintain this, and two, just like when I retain this and like the benefits from it. So yeah.
All right. Well,
we'll report back. Get it? He's cracking some jokes over here. Oh, Colin always makes fun of me because he's like, well, it's good to know you can always entertain. I'm glad, like he's like, you can always entertain yourself. I'm glad you're entertaining.
Oh, she's good at it. She's good at it. All right. Let's look at our question of the week before we just start, like, before this turns into like a Miss Maisel runoff. Here, I can do this one. I'll kick this one off and then our first question. So we asked you, New Year, right? Perfect time to ask. Do you have a New Year's resolution / word of the year for 2026? Okay.
I like this sort of trend that's into like the word.
I lean into the word of the year because it's just like a reminder, like you said, posture. That could be your word of the year.
Posture. Yeah, I don't know if posture to be my word of the year, but it could be amongst the words.
Oh, but we asked you, and these are some of the things people said. So, first, someone said initiation, which is fun.
Ooh,
I like that.
So it's like I'm not going to sit back and like just wait for someone to ask me out, or be like, oh, should we get a coffee? Yeah. It's like you are going to be responsible for like kicking everything off.
Yeah, I wonder if there's
not taking the back seat anymore.
I wonder if there's a meaning why they did initiation instead of initiate. I guess initiation is like the act of initiating, right? Like initiation.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a personal choice, probably.
Someone else said family.
Good word.
Love it.
You can never go wrong with that one.
Confidence. Adventure. That's a good one. Intention. All very like kind of present, go for it kind of things.
Yeah.
No one said their word of the year was money. That wouldn't be a bad one. Money flow.
I'm intentional about my money flowing in.
Some other people said for resolutions, be better with my finances. I feel like that's something at the beginning of the year. You're like, okay, we can save some. Like,
especially after just literally hemorrhaging money.
Yeah, you're like holiday gift. You get that post December credit card bill, and you're like, oh my god.
You're like, wow, that was a lot of expensive lattes and or Christmas gifts for all my nieces and nephews.
Okay. And the flight tickets and everything. Yeah. Read more. Goal is 1 book a month. I think that's a good place to start.
There's so many people I've seen like doing their book goal of the year.
I love that. Because I guess if a book is like what, 200, 300 pages, if that's 1 book a month, that's like 10 pages a day.
I love doing that math that you just did, where it's like if I set a goal, I have to divide it to the smallest amount that it's like okay, every day, then that means I need to do something for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes or like whatever. And then I'm like, okay, that's doable. I do that so much. That is exactly the way my brain works.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad we are proving our twinningness.
Someone else said, remember that it's okay to be silly. I love that. Like just because, I mean, maybe this person is not in their 30s, but just, as you're getting older, sometimes you're like, you don't need to take life so seriously. Still like life can still be fun. And like, you don't need to like stress about every little thing.
It's like every time, oh my gosh, on the train, it was like, there was this group of, they're probably like 17-year-old boys. It's like a group of 7 of them, but they were like just giggling and like having so much fun. And I feel like as adults, we're always like, oh, kids, like, oh my gosh. They're just being so goofy and like silly. But then it makes you think like, at least they're having like a really fun time. They're like enjoying life.
Yeah.
Instead of us just sitting there being like, life sucks.
Like the food critic on Red Tui. The guy who's so like,
right.
His name is like, yeah, exactly. Okay, a couple more. You guys said a goal is to try and make new friends in my new city. So go on. Try and cut my screen time down. Wish me luck.
I feel that.
Yeah, I need one of those brick things. Brick.
I posed to Sarah that we both do like no phone time from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
Yeah, and the day she proposed this, then we were like texting each other. Till, like,
I
10
said in the new year.
Julia brings this up like over Christmas, and we're like, yeah, and then it's like we're just sitting there.
Well, we have to decide when we're going to initiate that.
I know, and then we're like, no, this is the start time
Because if Sarah will be like calling me, and then she'll be like, buddy. Hello, buddy. And it's like 8:15, you know, so we need to be like, okay, it's 8 o'clock. I'm putting my phone away.
It's 8 o'clock. Put my phone. Yeah,
So-
no, that would be good because we're kind of like our work hours are very fluid.
As in, you could never stop.
You could never stop. Yeah. I was, like last week, I was editing the podcast episode until like 9 p.m. I was like, oh, it has to go live tomorrow. Do you have a word?
I do want to do a word. I've been going back and forth. I feel like intention was like one of the ones I was kind of toying back and forth.
Intention? That's a good word.
Like doing everything with like
Yeah.
like a purpose. Not like a purpose, but just like
Meaning behind it.
That it's like, yeah, just sort of like bringing awareness. Maybe awareness is a better one, but one that I keep going back to is like, I don't know if this is like the right word, but like exude. Because I think about oftentimes of it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm someone who like I have a lot of like highs and lows, or it's like I really feel things like at like an intensity. And it's not like I'm afraid to show that, but it's just like sometimes I feel like, okay, man, this is too much. Like scale it down. But I feel like I sort of want to like feel like I'm not like editing myself mid. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm explaining myself right, but it's like that you're not kind of just like observing yourself from the outside as you're going through something and being like, oh, like temper that down a little bit, blah, blah, blah. That's just like you're exuding like what you feel, that like you're okay giving off the energy that you are like wrapped up in.
I feel like you do a good job doing that already.
Yeah, but I think I just want to like lean into that. So I'm not really sure if I have like a set
word.
Yeah, I have, because I feel like when you get that one word, then you're just like, you latch onto it and you're like, that's it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that hasn't hit me yet. So
yeah,
I might have to like play with it a little bit more this week, because I obviously want to set it soon so that I have it.
Yeah.
What about you?
My word that I settled on is create, because I feel like as a content creator, I spend a lot of time looking at what other people are doing, and not even necessarily like comparison game, just like, scrolling and like seeing what else other people are doing. And sometimes I'm like, oh, this is for inspiration, so I can kind of know like what's popular. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, the 45 minutes I spent looking at what other people are doing isn't helping me do the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes I'll think something is a good idea, but I won't film it. Like I'll just be like, I don't know. But then I'm like, just create, like just do it, because then you have the, it's like create stuff. And I just want to be more like creative in general. Like I joined a choir this past year, which has been really good for like my balance and everything.
Yeah.
So I think continuing to foster that, create, and like Andrew and I love cooking, which I always think of as kind of like creative.
Oh, for sure.
A couple years ago, my word was savor, which I loved. I like thought about that all year because I just wanted to be like really mindful and like present in moments that I really cared about. So I thought that was a good one. But
That's a really good word.
Savor. Yeah,
mine was joy one year, like trying to find like little things I'm enjoying just like on a daily basis, or like in the small moments.
Yeah, I think having a word of the year helps me to kind of just like focus on things without feeling bad if it's, I'm gonna learn French this year. Just a very open-ended. A word is just very
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. As opposed to like
a focal point rather than like a pinpointed goal.
Or like every day I will blah blah blah. Well, then it's like you don't do it for one day, then you're like, I'm screwed.
Yeah. If you're just like, to hell with it. Yeah, screwed. Done.
And this is like, okay, like bring our awareness back to what was the word?
Yeah.
What was the word? There's no like end cap or like, oh, you failed.
It's just an awareness point. So that feels better for me. So yeah, create.
I like that a lot. Yeah. Honestly, now I'm thinking this person who said initiate, I like
initiation was theirs. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I like initiate as in like the active.
Maybe you need the verb.
I feel
in
like
your head.
That might be it. I feel like because that goes to sort of the friendship thing of like ask, like really being.
Don't wait for other people to like do things.
Yeah.
You be the one that kicks
and especially
things
like with like different, like career stuff or goal things. Just like you don't have to wait for something to happen to you that you're making it happen. I kind of like that. That might be it.
Oh, you
That
guys,
might be
look,
it.
you're inspiring us. Go, you guys.
Okay, shall we dive into some questions?
First inbox dive of the year.
2026. I swear to God, I will be writing the wrong year. I was already trying to get myself into 2026 in like December. So at the end of December, I was like, wait, is it 2026? Is it? And then also something I realized today, sorry to digress.
I wonder if it's what I'm thinking of. Wait, you say it?
Are you? Something I realized is that I feel like I recognize that I'm getting old because it's like when old people are like, oh yeah, it was 97. Oh yeah, 97 we went to Florence, and like they throw out these years. And I was talking to someone the other day, I was like, that was 2020, May of 2020. It's like I'm throwing out these days, and it's not, somehow it goes from
When I was however many years
you're always
old.
like, oh yeah, when I was 17, or like, oh, 2 years ago. All of a sudden it's like, yeah, and 2002. Oh, yes, 2002. It's like somehow we start relating to the year, and I was like, oh God, it's happened.
No, this will make you, this is what I was thinking though, and this will make you feel old as well. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
It's been 10 years since we graduated college.
Not me.
Okay, undergrad. Leah's like, I'm still young.
Not me.
Not me.
Wow.
And on that note, we're old. Let's read some questions.
Well, it'll be like at the end of this year.
I guess you're right. Yeah, because
We're still young since, okay.
we student taught.
We finished
Oh,
student
yeah.
teaching in the end
It
of
was
2016.
2016.
That was the
our
semester.
student teaching
Yeah.
semester.
So we still have the whole year.
We're still so young. Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be crazy to do like a 10-year college anniversary? That don't even get us thinking about what that means for high school. Don't even. That's crazy.
Whoa. Yeah, we missed our high school reunion because of COVID.
Did we? No, it would have been like we graduated high school in 2012.
Oh yeah, but they didn't do an in-person thing because of COVID.
In 2022, they didn't?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
I think anyway. Okay, so that's the most major digression ever. But
do I care that much about the high school reunion?
No, we had like a group of friends that we could get reunited if we wanted to.
Yeah.
The bandos.
Whoa.
Okay, back to business.
We old.
Back
Okay.
to business.
We're old. We're happy. New year.
We are happy, thriving. Okay.
Thriving.
Question number 1. Hi, Sarah and Leah.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Hello and happy New Year. Been following you on IG for the past few years and love your fashion advice and sister energy. Smiley face.
Yay.
Thank you. Can you share your 2026 fashion predictions? I always enjoy keeping my eye on trends. Sincerely, a millennial trying to be fashionable.
Oh.
I love this question. Ooh, but I haven't had time to prep. Okay. Let's
We
think.
just shared a video actually about some like it was more millennial trends coming in the new year, or like fashion trends in the new
I
year.
guess that's true. That's true.
But I have been doing some little research online too, and like just kind of seeing a lot of stores have done their like sneak previews of what their
yeah.
lines are that are coming. Been seeing a lot of ice blue
Oh.
and satin,
Okay.
kind of like that winter goddess, like
I see that.
ice blue, shiny, shimmery.
I see that.
I feel like because then holidays is all sparkle, and then New Year is kind of shimmery with that satin.
yeah.
So I've been
Are we
seeing a lot of
talking?
ice blue.
We're talking like all of 2026 in general. I mean, it's hard to.
Yeah. I think that knee-high boots and jeans with jeans tucked into boots is going to come back.
In like the fall.
Yes, I do. And honestly, I'm
What
not
about
mad
skinny
about it.
jeans?
Okay, so this is my prediction. We're gonna see more people tucking their jeans into boots, but like the style is straight right now, right? So when we're seeing like a couple times I've seen people tucking their jeans into boots, it's got that little bit of like extra fabric around the knee that kind of
Really?
looks a
So
little
like
like
farm
slouchy,
worker?
kind of like westerny tucked into, which kind of fits because Western has been big this
That's
year.
what I was gonna say. I think we're gonna lean a lot more into Western and like not upcycled, but like vintage, like actual leather, fur, like pieces that are like
Yes.
animal skin fur, but it's like what is that called? Like a vintage, like secondhand. Secondhand.
Okay.
Like I think that's going to be. We already saw a ton of fur this winter.
Yeah, I don't know if so much. I don't think a lot of companies are like doing like real fur again, but like
Well,
the
I'm
vintage.
saying vintage. Like
Finding,
people are going to be hunting for vintage leather, vintage fur.
along with that. Yeah, so I think the knee-high boots, I think that's coming. And then I also believe as well natural fibers, because we're already seeing brands like brands that Leah and I shop all the time, like Old
Quince.
Navy, like Quince has
but you're
been
saying- okay,
Quince
yeah.
has been very popular, and I think with you guys know we love Quince. Them having such success with natural fibers, people want natural fibers. Just a lot of people can't pay.
The fall of polyester. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the fall of polyester. I just think, and then like I've already been seeing very mainstream brands like Old Navy, H&M, they're starting to incorporate natural fibers back in like a wool blend. So even if it's not 100%,
Yeah.
it's giving us some of that back. Because I
Gap
think
too has been doing that a lot.
because people are just like, I mean, we're learning it. Yeah, I mean, we've known it's bad for the environment, fast fashion, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And natural fibers biodegrade better and they last longer and you don't sweat as much. And like wearing polyester is not really the best for us. Like we could go on and on.
Well, and now it's like a flex to say
Yeah.
like it's 100% cotton.
Yeah.
It's, this
It's
is all
cashmere.
cashmere, as opposed to before. I feel like people didn't care
People
so
didn't care.
much, or people didn't care if it was like, oh, this is like a leather boot. It's like whatever, it's cheap. And
Yeah.
now people are like leather at like a more budget friendly price. It's like, or whatever,
Yeah.
it lasts really. I think that then goes into the same like vintage or like
Yeah. Because
or-
a lot of those pieces exist already. Like,
exactly. So they're like, okay, it's a natural, we'll say natural fiber, natural material.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily like we're not offing more animals to get the fur or anything. It's like
Yeah.
we're reusing what we already have.
I've always been a
and it's
fan.
timeless and it's a little vintage.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I mean, gosh, I feel like vintage is a huge thing in other countries like Paris. Gosh, like everybody basically just wears vintage. You
That's all
ask
you
anybody
want.
what they have, they're like, oh, it's vintage. The vintage shops are like insane.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, where do you go? They're like, oh, you can just find any of them, honestly. Like, they're like, I don't even know the name of it. Just like wander into a vintage store and you're like, okay.
I mean, like every corner has a vintage store. It's insane. But yeah, natural fibers. And then I don't know,
I'm gonna
any
say,
other-
I'm gonna say leaning even more into the Western. Like you
Yeah.
said, I think I've been seeing like a lot of boots, short boots, tall boots that are kind of giving that, like they have extra buckles. I've seen a lot of the bolero, like little ties. It's like little string with like, I think the whole idea of Western in general, even in like small doses, whether
So
it's like
interesting.
just a little tie or just like a belt with like maybe a little kind of larger turquoise type.
Yeah.
buckle.
Turquoise is definitely coming
I've
back.
seen a lot of boots with like the kind of like fun Western, like just embossed patterns and stuff on the side. I think we're going to see a lot of that too.
Yeah.
What was the Pantone? Is it Pantone?
White.
White? Wait, I thought it was pink.
No, it's white.
White?
I know how boring.
Wait, I need
It's
to look this
white.
up.
It's white.
Like just a blah white?
Yeah.
What? Who did that?
Yep. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people talking about that.
Cloud Dancer.
Yep. AKA white.
What?
Boring.
Cloud Dancer. That. Okay. Well, maybe it'll be my new paint color.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Cloud Dancer. I know you need your looking for your paint color,
I'm like, which version of white? And then I'll paint it on and be like, it looks about the same as it was
but
before.
it's about the same.
Wow.
But yeah, I think we are going to see some of those millennial trends continue to come back. The 90s have been very popular. Things always swing back and forth, right? Because like, it was like the 90s and then it was like tighter fitting things. And now we've slung back looser. And now it's slowly, we've seen more fitted jackets that are like, and I don't know, skinny jeans when they're like skinny jeans now. They're not the skinny jeans that we had in 2010.
I feel like we're now, for a while, it was like boxy on top, boxy on bottom.
Which I do think the slouchy is still very, very popular.
And I think we're going to stay in that for a little while.
Yeah.
But I do think we're starting to see more silhouettes that are like one more fitted piece, one really released piece.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with like looser bottoms, like we're seeing the silky pants and,
Yeah.
fluid, all this stuff. And then having a more fitted jacket as opposed to like really oversized jacket, really oversized
Yeah.
pants. Like it's just starting to get slightly more tailored. But I am like vintage, like that sort of vintage charm thing, I think is going to be really, really big.
I like that. I'm excited to see what the trends are. If you guys have any trend predictions, leave a comment. We'd love to hear what you think as well.
Oh, one last addition.
Oh, yeah.
More bobs. Everyone's cutting
The
their
short
hair.
hair.
I'm not gonna say like I started it, but like since I cut my hair, I've seen a lot of other people cut their hair. So
Yeah, you started the trend. Absolutely.
throwing that in there. It's not fashion, but it's a lifestyle.
It's still a flex.
It's a lifestyle.
Leah's so gravely offended by the color of the year.
White cannot be a color of the year. White is the lack of color.
Take it up with Pantone. Yeah.
I always thought it was Pantone.
And like Pantone.
Maybe that's because I like Pantone. I relate everything to carbs.
I mean,
That is my scale for measuring everything.
At
least choose like whipped cream or something as opposed to like
cream eggshell.
White. Come on.
Yeah.
Like a lemon custard.
What color are your eyes?
Boring brown. They should have chosen boring brown as the color of the year. That would have been better than white.
Chocolate brown has been very popular.
Boring brown.
Okay. All right.
Oh, excuse me. I need another coffee. Wow, we say boring brown. You're
Boring
like,
brown.
bored.
Okay. Question number 2.
Ready.
My coworker / bestie is leaving and I don't know what to do.
Oh.
Work breakup. No. Long story short, I moved across the country a couple years ago for a job. I didn't know anyone in my new city, but ended up really hitting it off with one of my coworkers. We instantly clicked and started going out for happy hour once a week. Love that. That's really cute. Fast forward 2 years and we text, hang out, and see each other all the time. I'm so grateful.
So wholesome.
I know. I'm so grateful to have her in my life. There's something like meeting someone just out of the blue and you're like, I know I will be seeing you every day.
It's
Right?
like a friend soulmate.
You're like, we can commiserate together. We can work together as long as you get along, right? If you hate your coworkers, it's like the worst. But if you get along with them, you're like, this is fantastic.
But there's nothing that like matches the energy of like you have like the chemistry with like a bestie and you're like, oh, it's on. Like we are going to hang out. You like start inviting them to everything and you're like, it's mutual. When it's mutual, you're like,
sense it.
it's mutual.
Yeah.
It's like the same as when you start dating somebody where you're just like, I feel this energy and we are vibing.
And then as girls, you have your first like deep
Conversation.
conversation. You're like, yeah, I remember when I was like 13. You're like, oh, let me tell you about my family, right? And then it's like, oh my gosh, we're bonding.
You're like, let me tell you about my body insecurities. And you're like,
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. That is the best feeling.
so deep.
Anyway, working together, besties. Right before going home for the holidays, my friend told me she accepted a new job about 30 minutes away.
Okay. 30 minutes though.
That's not so bad.
Continue.
She seems really excited about it and I'm happy for her, but also kind of heartbroken.
Yeah.
Seeing her every day, it makes me excited to go to work and I can't imagine being in the office without her. I'm also kind of hurt that she didn't tell me she was applying to different jobs since we've become such good friends.
Oh.
This is her last week and I'm in a funk thinking about everything. Not the way I hoped to start the new year.
I get being disappointed that she didn't like tell you she was applying to other
Because you
jobs.
feel kind of like the rug's been just like pulled out from underneath. You're like, what do you mean? I
If
thought we were
your
gonna be working
bestie's like,
together.
I mean, I guess I would just expect my friend to be like, I just want to say like, I've just not really been feeling super fulfilled. Or like, I saw this job application come out and I, blah, blah, blah.
Or like, hey, there was a chance like I could get like way better pay at this job. Like I really love working with you, but like
I saw this pop up and I might apply
girl,
for
I'm trying
it.
to save for a house. Like I kind of need,
But it would have been nice for her to like give you a little heads up in that way, just so you're like mentally preparing that it could be a possibility.
yeah,
You know
because
what I mean?
I do feel like you're like, I got an interview, right? It's kind of like a friend thing where you're like, I just want to let you know, like I got an interview.
I did get an interview at another place. And like, I don't know if I'm going to take anything or if there's nothing been offered, but it's a possibility.
She did tell you though, like eventually before the holidays.
Yeah, she wasn't just like disappear one day and you're like, where's
Yeah.
Anna? And she's like, oh, she don't work here no more.
Yeah. I mean, I do know like some people get very, very nervous about interviews. And like, if you tell someone, right, and then it goes bad, you kind of feel like embarrassed. You're kind of
That's
like,
true.
I didn't get it. And it, if you keep telling people like, I didn't get it.
It like makes you feel like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, because then, as a friend, you're going to be like, how'd it go? Right. And then like,
Yeah, and you're like,
the,
I
the
just
follow up. Like, did you hear back from them yet? And you're
I
like,
do get that too for like auditions. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to say that I'm taking an audition because then
Yeah.
people be like, oh, do you know when you're going to get it? And I'm like, I don't know. Probably
Yeah.
never. Like, it's just, it's hard having to, it's like breaking the news to everybody's like, you get the disappointment.
Didn't get
multiple
it.
times. Nope. Still doing great though.
Yeah,
you know,
so like
you're like, life sucks and then you die.
I get it.
Joy, the word of the year.
Oh my gosh, excuse me.
Barista Sarah needs to get up in here and make you another coffee.
Yeah, seriously. It was because I yawned, then you yawned, then it was my turn to pass it back. I don't think it seems like you guys are still like going strong as friends. Though, like I don't think I wouldn't take too much.
I mean, it's definitely not like a personal dig. It's not like I must be away from my work bestie. Like,
No,
this has nothing to do with you.
it's so hard in the moment because like the best time to have asked like why didn't you tell me would have been
In the moment,
like, oh my, why didn't you tell me, right?
Like you didn't tell me you were applying for other places. Oh,
But
like,
sometimes you're just like, oh my god, and you're just like deer in headlights.
all you can do is like thumbs up.
and you're like, wow, right? And then they're like, yeah, like I'm so happy for you. And then like the moment passes, and you're like,
I have a lot of mixed emotions here.
why didn't they tell me, right? And so, you know, if you really feel like you need to know, I guess you could be like,
I gotta say, I'm just like, I'm having a hard time with this. Like, I know we're gonna miss you, and I just wish you had told me.
I wish you had told me because I would have been like a support system for you, like while you were playing.
But I sort of think in hindsight, like it's not important
I kind
because
of-
it's happening anyway.
Yeah,
Like, is anything going to be gained from it? No. Like now you start coming with the plan of when you guys are going to hang out.
I know that feeling. It's like, you know, when you graduate college and you're like, I'm not going to see my roommate every day. I'm not going to see all my friends every day in classes. It's
Every
like
day.
okay, because it's kind of the same, right? When you're when you're in school, you get to see your friends every day. If you're working with your bestie, you get to see them every day. But then you're like, okay, we're not working together anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like your natural hangout time, even though like you're at work, isn't there.
But you get those like boring everyday moments together that almost kind of like add up to something big,
I know,
you know?
I know.
So
So
she's only working 30 minutes away. Is she going to be living, like, does she live close to you?
I don't think they
Maybe?
said.
I don't think they said, but you know what I mean? Like,
They didn't say.
okay, well then maybe you come up with an idea of that, like,
Okay, well, Thursday trivia, like we catch up for the week, like a regularly planned.
or like, can you grab a
thing.
coffee on Fridays before you head into the office or
Yeah.
something? You know what I mean? Like, or maybe you get off of work on Friday and it's like you immediately come with a plan. Or like I did this with one of my girlfriends. Like we signed up to do a tap class together last year.
That was so cute.
And then we got to see each other every week, which was so nice.
Or they said that they started doing happy hour. So what if you're like, okay, well, I think we need to reinitiate happy hour. Like, how about Tuesdays we meet halfway,
Yeah.
find a spot? Because I think right now, what you're kind of mourning is the like stability and like seeing them every day. So if you schedule in like a regular time, you're like, I know I'm going to see them this day. It could maybe take the edge off a little bit.
Yeah. I was like, what did it say about happy? Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. I think at this point, it's like you've got to get comfortable with the idea that it's going to be different. And,
Yeah.
you know, but then it's like, she's
not
not exiting
personal.
your life. She's also not moving across the country.
Yeah.
Like seeing her is still totally within your realm of like possibility / like normalcy. And so it's just like finding a way to sort of change things up, but still feel like you have these points of contact with her, and,
Yeah.
and maybe you just end up texting a lot more, or like FaceTiming a lot more, or just little touch points. But I think it's going to be good. It's going to be different.
And if you think about it, she's working 30 minutes away, 15-minute drive for each of you, or
Just meet halfway.
commute.
That's nothing.
15 minutes is nothing. You can just find your spot, your time to meet up, and then, you know, you still have your touch points. But I get it. It's not personal though. Like she's just doing her thing.
Yeah.
You know, and you're still besties. And how great that you were able to meet from this job.
That's true.
Right?
Like-
Like yeah.
Like you develop the friendship, and now it's just like, now you foster it, right?
Yeah. And even if it's, you know, you're not working together for forever, it gave you the chance to meet, really, really connect. And now you've got this amazing foundation that if you're not working together, like you're still gonna be besties. So
true.
good luck with the change that work. Sending you love.
Last question. New Year's closet reset.
Reset 2026. Not my best work.
We'll work on the rap after.
I've used all my rap skills in 2025.
I raved
so.
about your rapping ability, Sarah. This is not up to par. This year, my goal is to get rid of all the clothes I don't wear and craft a wardrobe I really love. That's a great goal.
Great goal.
I feel a little overwhelmed trying to clear things out, but also excited. Do you have tips on knowing what to keep, what to donate, and how to organize your closet?
Keep, donate, organize.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we've kind of touched on some of these things before. Or people are always looking to really create a closet where you love every single thing in there.
It's hard.
It's hard. I
Because
mean,
oftentimes you're like, you'll buy something and you're like, it's almost perfect. And then you wear it and you're like, yeah, I do really wish the waist just like came in a little bit tighter. And then you find yourself not choosing that because you're like, yeah, I just don't know if it's like the most, if I like the way, and then you're like, I should never bought those jeans in the first place.
yeah. So I think, as annoying as it is, if there's pieces that you're immediately like, no, just clear those out, put them in a donate pile.
Yeah. I think I would say like start hard left or right. Like take out the pieces that you're like,
I would take everything out of your closet.
Every year I do this and
She does.
it is like the worst and best day of my life of the year. But I take every single piece of clothing that I own and I put it in a huge pile in the middle of my living room.
She does.
And it's every pair of shoes, even my pajamas, even my sweatpants, everything. It's literally just like boop, 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 boop. And it's startling and scary, but you're just like, holy man, like I own way too many things. I own so much stuff. And then I immediately, first thing I do, but I think you could do what Sarah's saying. Either I take out I'm like, oh, I absolutely want to keep this one. My leather jacket that I wear almost every day, it's like that is staying out.
Mm-hmm.
Your favorite pair of shoes, of course. And then do the opposite where you're like, nah, don't love it, haven't worn it, blah, blah, blah. Then it becomes the harder part of like the middle stuff.
The middle, where you're like, meh. And I think the hardest part of the middle is you need to try the stuff on. Yeah. And you're like, oh, but I can just kind of look at it. No, I think you need to try it on.
You do have to try it on. And I know it sucks because you're just like, I have to put every pair of pants on.
Your hair's a mess. You're staticky.
But it makes it so clear.
You put it on and you're like, I don't remember this being so fitted in the shoulders. It's kind of like, meh.
Yeah, you're like, what's going on in the boobs on this one? You're like, nah, donate it. It makes it so clear.
Our friend Lindsay, who does the color analysis that we've talked about her before, she does, I've seen on her Instagram, it's like, I think she calls it the face test, where it's like, what is my face saying about this outfit? Do I look happy? Do I look kind of like I want to adjust my shirt? Like, do I
look like I'm holding my breath?
Yeah.
Do I,
The face test like doesn't lie. So if you're kind of like on the edge, truly, I think one of the hardest things to actually embrace that's true is if you're not sure, if you're kind of like, well, I like it or not, if you get rid of it, 9 times out of 10, you don't regret it.
If you put it in a bag to quote unquote donate and you stuck it in your trunk, would you forget about it? Would you not even remember that you got rid of it, that you had the option of still keeping it?
Yeah.
You probably would forget about it.
Yep.
I have done that personally, speaking from personal experience.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, me too.
What is this bag in my trunk? Or like, I was going to take it to donate and I'm like, oh my God, I liked this shirt. And then I'm like, Leah, maybe I should keep this. I'm like, it's been sitting here for 2 months.
Yeah.
You don't need it if you didn't even realize that you didn't have it anymore.
No. And
it also makes it clear, I think, like, because oftentimes in the middle are a lot of things that are sort of similar.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like,
get rid of repeats.
maybe you have like 8 button downs and you have 2 that are kind of similar blue stripe. You have like 3 kind of white ones. You're like, can I keep 1 blue stripe? Maybe I need 2 white ones if they're different style. But like, get rid of the ones that you're not reaching for when you have almost duplicates.
If you've got like 3 chambray shirts and you're like, they're all kind of like medium denim.
Yeah, they're kind of relative same fit. Like, just choose the one that you end up reaching for.
Choose the one that you really like, because then in the cases that you need a chambray shirt, like you're gonna reach for the one that you like the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, like the other ones are just in your closet. You're like, I don't even remember that I had to.
And same
right?
thing, like shoes, you're like, I have 5 pairs of loafers. Okay. I want a black and a brown. Get rid of the other ones,
Yeah.
Or maybe you have one fun pair that you're like, ooh, I love these.
And if you're holding on to a pair that's cute but not comfortable, you're not gonna wear it. Like, just be honest with yourself.
Yeah. If you're like, oh, I love those shoes, but they always give me a blister. You're not gonna reach for them when you're like, I want to go out, on the weekend.
Because then you're going to have that internal battle with yourself. Oh, but they're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to wear the ones that are comfy because I don't want to be having a bad time.
Exactly.
Right?
But I think really starting with those like strong, absolutely, or meh.
Same.
Then just like work your way through. And sometimes if I have like a middle pile, like I'll count the number of things and be like, maybe there's 50 things. Be like, I will donate 25 of these things.
That's smart. Give yourself a finite number.
Yeah.
And if you're trying things on and you realize, okay, but I really want a red shirt or a red sweater, but I don't really like how any of these fit. And you're like, do I hold on to one just because just so I have one?
Yeah.
Maybe then you make a little list of things that I want to add to my closet. A well-fitting red sweater, because then you don't need to keep the ones you're not really using, and you can just kind of have I want to shop list.
I love this idea. I don't remember who I'm stealing it from, but they would like hang everything up in their closet. And then if they wore it once, they would turn the hanger the opposite direction.
Oh, you told me about this. Yeah, that's smart.
And so then you can see what you're wearing. Cause sometimes you're like, have I worn this at all? And if it hasn't been turned around, like maybe in the next, 6 months you check and you're like, I have not worn this at all. And if you've been just hanging on to it because you're like, oh, I'll find something middle of the road, just get rid of it.
Yeah. You're kind of like awareness. You're like, okay. And then if you still aren't wearing it, you're like, this needs to go because it's just taking up room.
Yeah. Yeah. The only exceptions would be like special occasion dresses.
Yeah. In which case you only need a couple, right?
Yeah.
And as far as organizing, I think that's a little bit more personal, as opposed thinking of, do you have a big closet?
Yeah.
If not, like I don't have a big closet in New York. I use several baskets for certain things, like my sweaters. I have a larger nightstand that's almost like a little
Like a mini dresser, yeah.
that I can put like my like underwear and bras and athleisure and socks. So then that's not just taking up the closet space where I'm like, I desperately need to like utilize this space. So I would say you could look at like Marie Kondo. She's so smart with how to fold things, but I would just look at your space and be like, oh, I have a lot of hanging clothes. Okay, well then, maybe you need to really make sure you're utilizing the hanging space for all of the hanging pieces. So they're not all like shoved in, maybe getting some thin hangers.
Yeah. Or thinking like what must absolutely be hung up.
Yeah. And if you have like, let's say you've got a walk-in closet, okay, maybe you get some baskets and things to organize.
Maybe
purses,
you color coordinate, color code. I love a good I do this very roughly. My closet is not that organized, but it's like, okay, sweaters, button downs, skirts, pants, and then dresses.
That's what I do too.
Just kind of like
category.
If I'm looking for a dress, I'm not just like, where is a dress? Like it has a general location.
Category.
But especially for sweaters or like button downs or things like that, I've been like, okay, red sweaters, kind of cream sweaters, blue sweaters, here's my basic, button downs, white, keep my white button downs together, blue, like give it just a general, I think that it's a little bit more easy to find things, a little more visually appealing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people are so organized. So they have like their matching workout sets. There's like a fitness blogger that I follow, and it's like all of her matching like workout top and leggings on a hanger that's together. And I'm just like, dang girl, that is so beautiful.
I do not have enough space.
I don't have enough space for that, but like, I love it. Love it.
In my dream world, I have a bigger closet, but that's definitely not the case in New York. So
it's really hard to let go of things. But when you do, I feel like you just use what you have so much more, and it makes it clearer what you actually love.
Yeah, and I think
less is more.
There's a fear
when it comes to your closet.
There's a fear of I don't want to be like an outfit repeater. Everyone's going to think I'm wearing the same outfits,
and also I don't want to be without like, oh, what if I need this?
But truly,
this leather skirt.
Truly, people are not paying attention to what you're wearing. Really, I mean this truthfully.
They're much more focused on what they're wearing.
Much more focused on what they're wearing, and you can easily. Leah and I say this. This is like our punchline. Change up outfits by adding a different accessory. Like you could have a plain black sweater and just put a little scarf over it, and it suddenly looks like you're wearing a different sweater. Like that's kind of the French girl mentality.
Yeah.
Add a different jacket. Oh, you've got a chunky necklace or something, and suddenly it's like you're wearing something totally different, even though it's the same sweater you've always worn. And it's way easier to reinvent an outfit with a different accessory, or like, oh, I've never worn these jeans with a shoe. Like, wow, suddenly having a pop of red shoe makes this seem so interesting.
Yeah.
So often the solution is not more items, just smarter items.
And ones that fit you really well.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll give you a good place to start. And remember, Rome was not built in a day. The closet organization is not going to happen overnight. Give yourself time, because it's easy to get like burnt out and frustrated.
Unless you put everything in a pile in the middle.
Unless you put everything in a pile on your bed, and then you're like, this needs to be dealt with so I can sleep.
So I can go to bed. And maybe you just move the pile to the floor.
Don't say that.
But that's why I do it in like the middle of the living room. It's like, this has to be taken care of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I start in the morning, have a little break for lunch, and I go.
And nothing feels better than that clear out. When the pieces of clothes in your closet have room to breathe, you can see everything. Everything is organized. You're going to
Yeah.
love it. It's going to be fantastic. And let us know what you end up, if there's like a favorite that you keep, or, you know, if there's an organizing tip that you find really helpful.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being back for the new year 2026 kickoff.
Woo-hoo, starting strong.
Yeah, starting strong. We're excited to have another year of you guys listening and watching for our YouTube watchers. And if you want to be featured on next week's episode, send us a DM on Instagram at the Inside Scoop Podcast. All write-ins are anonymous, and we'll hear from you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.